When did you realize the scandalous video of your friend wasn't what everyone thought? My roommate Jeremiah was the last person you'd expect at the center of a campus scandal. Quiet engineering major who studied constantly and never went to parties. The most exciting thing about him was his Wednesday night disappearances. Every week at 8:30 p.m., he'd leave our dorm and return around midnight, exhausted and refusing to explain. Our friend group had theories: secret girlfriend, underground poker, maybe drugs, or he was rushing for a frat, though that seemed laughably out of character. Dude, just tell us where you go, Maxwell would say. Jeremiah would smile and change the subject. It became our running joke. Then 3 weeks ago, everything exploded. Someone posted a video on campus Reddit. Grainy, shot from a distance, but unmistakably Jeremiah. The caption: why is this dude meeting Professor Carrison in a hotel parking lot at night? The video showed Jeremiah getting into Carrison's car. The comments went nuclear. By morning, the entire campus had seen it. The rumors were vicious. Jeremiah was sleeping with Professor Carrison for grades. He was blackmailing her. She was grooming him. Someone claimed they'd seen them at hotels multiple times. Another video surfaced. Jeremiah leaving a different hotel, looking around nervously before getting in an Uber. Jeremiah didn't come back to our dorm that night. He wasn't answering texts. The university announced an investigation. Professor Carrison was placed on administrative leave. Skylar found him in the library basement the next day, hiding in a study room. Jeremiah, what the hell is going on? Everyone's saying you and Professor Carrison. It's not what they think, he said, voice breaking. But I can't explain. If I explain, I'll ruin everything. Ruin what? Your life is already ruined. People are calling you both EDP. You have to say something. He looked at us desperately. If I tell you, you can't tell anyone. Not the administration. Not other students. No one. We promised. What he told us made my stomach drop. Professor Carrison isn't doing anything wrong. Neither am I. Her husband has ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. Final stages. She can't afford a night nurse, and she teaches day classes, so she's with him constantly. Wednesday nights, I stay with him so she can go to a caregiver support group. Maxwell stared. You're a caregiver? I met her husband Dawson at a neurology symposium last year, before he got really bad. He was presenting motor neuron disease research. We talked for hours about engineering applications for assistive devices. He helped me pick my senior thesis topic. When Professor Carrison mentioned needing help months later, I volunteered. The hotels? Skylar asked. Physical therapy appointments. She picks me up because Dawson needs 2 people to transfer him from the car. Jeremiah, you have to tell someone. Professor Carrison is on leave. They're going to fire her. If I tell them, everyone will know about Dawson. He was this brilliant scientist, and now he can't speak or move. Professor Carrison promised him his colleagues wouldn't see him like this. If this becomes public, his last months will be spent as campus gossip. I can't do that to him. Skylar pulled out her phone. What if there's another way? The person who posted the video is in my sociology class. If we can get them to take it down. But it was too late. University investigates professor-student relationship. Jeremiah's parents were calling. Professor Carrison's tenure was under review. That night, we made a decision. Maxwell, Skylar, and I went to the dean of students the next morning. We have information about the Jeremiah Morrison and Professor Carrison situation, but we need a guarantee that what we tell you stays confidential. The dean looked skeptical. There's a family medical situation that deserves privacy. We need you to promise that if we provide evidence of what's actually happening, you won't make it public. She agreed. We showed her everything. Photos Jeremiah had shared privately of him helping Dawson with physical therapy. Text messages about Dawson's medication schedules. A letter from Dawson's physician confirming Jeremiah as an approved caregiver. The dean's face changed completely. Why didn't Jeremiah just tell us this from the start? Because Dawson Carrison is a researcher emeritus in your neuroscience department. Because he doesn't want his legacy to be that professor who died of ALS. Because his wife promised him privacy. The dean closed her eyes. This campus has already convicted them both. If I just close the investigation without explanation, people will assume we're covering up misconduct. Then you need to give them enough truth to stop the rumors without violating David's privacy, Skylar said. The dean thought for a long moment. Let me make some calls. 24 hours later, the university released a statement. After a thorough investigation, the university has determined that no policy violations occurred. The interaction involved a student volunteer providing respite care for a faculty member's ill family member, coordinated through the university's community service program. Professor Carrison has been reinstated. We remind our community that sharing unverified information can cause serious harm. The statement was carefully worded enough that most people understood. Family medical situation, volunteer care, nothing inappropriate. But it didn't reveal Dawson's identity or diagnosis. The vicious rumors stopped. Professor Carrison returned to teaching. Jeremiah continued his Wednesday nights. 2 months later, Dawson passed away. At the memorial service, Professor Carrison spoke about her husband's final months without naming names. A remarkable young man showed up every Wednesday, treated him like a person, not a patient, and talked to him about science until Dawson fell asleep. He gave Dawson normalcy, and he gave me the ability to fall apart one night a week, knowing my husband was safe. Jeremiah was in the back, crying quietly. That video is still out there somewhere. But now when I see it, I don't see scandal. I see a kid choosing compassion over comfort. That's not scandalous. That's heroic.